What's up, everybody? How are we doing? The drink is great. My hair is too blonde for the green screen, but that's okay. My hands are kind of a little bit as well. Anyways, through the magic of green screen, I am here. I am live and you can hear me. Thank you, friendo. Hello, Jeremy. Hello, Pig's Dream. Tone, what's up? Bianca, how are you doing? And hello, Martin. Yes, vertical streaming today. Once in a while, you're just gonna have to appease me. I'm so sorry. It's just gonna have to happen once in a while. Guys, seriously. The behind the doors thing, it's like night and day. It's twice as lucrative to stream vertical. That's just the facts of life. That's just the facts of YouTube right now. That's all it is. I'm sorry. What's up, Davey? How you doing? Yep, you are fire indeed. Vertical post-mortem. Yes, that's what we're doing today. What can I say? I'm also flipped. This is my right side. But that's okay. That's okay. I mean, I'm flipped for me, maybe not flipped for you. I don't know. Anyways, guys, if any of you saw my community post, you'd know that I joined the World Carnivore tribe. Not the first vegan, not gonna be the last to join in there. Shit, where do we even start with this group? It's the health reasoning is like old witchcraft. It's like has like no no reality. No, it's not based in reality. It's really fucking weird. And some of the things are like really explicitly horrific. Of course, I'm gonna try not to expose you to too much grossness. There is a lot of postage of meat and stuff. I just, I thought we could search the group and see what shakes out. Now, Facebook Shorts is very undeveloped. So, at first it's gonna be actual posts that have the word cult in them, and then it's gonna go awry, I think. But I haven't read it. I read only the first one. Oh, the first one is like shots fired immediately. I visit my start page maybe once in 2 days. Oh, it's fine. Non-clownivore tofu Inc. Be right back. Oof, tell us what you're making. Tell us, please. We need some tofu healing in this bitch. Anyways, oh no, I rarely see any community posts. That's really Bianca. That's okay. That's okay. Right. Let's begin immediately. I'm not gonna censor any names. This is an open group, guys. There is really no reason. So, shots fired immediately. What's up, Johnny Vegan? How you doing? This person says, I'm a former Seventh-day Adventist. I was in a cult for 12 years. This immediately makes me think they were Seventh-day Adventist for 12 years. Because I don't know what the claim is, right? There are some poor writing skills going on here as well. So, Seventh-day Adventistism, maybe not as a religion, but as like several communities. There's definitely cultish stuff going on there. We know somebody who's a former Seventh-day Adventist who was born into it. That's Candice from Edgy Veg. She calls it a cult. I don't know. I haven't looked into Seventh-day Adventists that much. There are some cultish characteristics in the communities, but I don't know if that's like a general thing. Some, maybe Davey, would make the claim that all religions are basically cults. to agree to various degrees, disagree with other stuff. There are people who can be very non-cultish and religious. So, yeah, would you says Debbie? Yeah, I know. I used to. I'm an anti-theist, so but I'm not as quick to call things a cult. Let's just say it like that, all right? Because it can feel cultish, but you really need to know community to like go through the bite model, So, to have due diligence is really hard. Can you see this, by the way, or should I make it a little bigger? I'll make it a little bigger. There you go. And you're probably not going to see it, and that's okay. Not all of it, at least. Right. Seventh-day Adventism is and has been at the forefront of vegan propaganda for over 100 years. I don't think somebody can make that claim. There are like a few Seventh-day Adventist doctors, I guess, who are like religiously motivated to make a plant-based diet as like the most healthful diet. Some of them are more science-based, others are less, but that's not veganism. So shots fired, but not at veganism, at a plant-based diet. And we'll see it later because this is the post that I read. It's the first post. Should have, I at least checked that we have something fun to do here. So I have to tell you that veganism alone is a religious cult. What are they basing it on? Is it the bite model? Because we've been through the bite model on this channel, and no, it isn't. But they're conflating veganism with plant-based dieting, of course, because no Seventh-day Adventist actually comes out against animal exploitation and killing. They just come out to say that the plant-based diet is very healthy. But this person doesn't know the difference between the two. Veganism satisfies deep 4 religious needs. Not in me. I'm anti-theist. I don't want religion in my life. Never did. Well, like once for a few months when I was like a child. But I was under the influence of indoctrination, and I got over it really, really fast. In that it answers or provides escapes from mankind's philosophical dilemmas. What the fuck do you mean by that? I thought mankind's philosophical dilemmas is kind of our bread and butter as veganism. But again, they mean a plant-based diet. Veganism, 87 years old, says Stone. One can point at El Ma'ari and at, like, what's their names? The Greek ones, Socrates and stuff, that they had a bit of veganism in there. One can point at Jainism as, I wouldn't discount Jainism as like the beginning of vegan philosophy, because they actually cared about the animals and not just about like whatever dietary shit, right? So I wouldn't say that there wasn't some beginning in Jainism. That doesn't mean that veganism is religious. It really doesn't have to be. There is no God. Jainism isn't about gods either. So, I don't know. I don't even know if Jainism would be a religion. Would be a cult, probably. But back then, everybody believed in some shit, So, what else are you saying? From what I've read, the SDA diet comes from the body is your temple thing. I thought they just misspelled SAD diet. I don't know what SDA. Oh, Seventh-day Adventist diet. Comes from body is your temple thing. Yeah. And it goes to the various degrees. I mean, the Seventh-day Adventism doesn't lead to a plant-based diet. It's just heavily encouraged or something like that. So, I don't know. In any case, just don't talk about animals. Let's fucking all. So, that's... Again, just conflating veganism with a plant-based diet. It's just really ridiculous. Hello, Ndoni, what's up? Oh my gosh, people always accuse me of propagating Seventh-day Adventism. I don't know why. You should shut that shit down. Alpha Caros, I'm not gonna give you any air today. We're doing something else today, so I'm just gonna ignore you a little bit, okay? But you can stay, don't worry about it. Like on many occasions, people call any studies showing support for veganism and stuff, that just accuse it of being funded by the Seventh-day Adventists, which is very far from the truth, incredibly far from the truth. There were like 2 or 3 doctors who were like, I don't remember their names, but it just doesn't matter. It's for plant-based diet, it's not veganism. And their claims are sometimes incredible in the worst possible sense, right? You can't believe that shit, really. Make too strong of claims. Anyways, number 1, it is tremendously, let me show this. It is tremendously satisfying to declare oneself as a being. What the fuck do they mean by that? Are they claiming that humans are not beings? As being, or what do they mean? It is tremendously satisfying to declare oneself as being. Oh, A, above others. Put 1 in the chat if you ever declared yourself as above others as a vegan. Let's go. What's up, Pia? How you doing? We are dismantling the carnivore dieting nonsense today. And that's what we're doing. We searched the word cult in the World Carnivore Tribe group. Bianca says nope. Thank you for participating, Bianca. Yeah, so I guess I said once or twice that I'm a better person than I was in the past. I mean, that's factually correct. Doesn't necessarily have to do with veganism, not only with veganism at least, but I am a better person than I was in the past. Am I better than others? Fuck no, I went vegan when I was only 35, already 35. I went vegan while being a complete boomer already. How would I say that I'm above others? What the fuck would I say? How the fuck would I say that even? Hi VPM, hope you're well. I'm okay. I'm doing all right. The whole point is not above any other individual. Exactly. It's part of the bloody conceptualization of the things. We're not above animals. Well, we can make the claim we're above carnivores, but only intellectually. Anyways, of course, everything I say today is a joke. So if you are a carnivore in my stream, don't lose your panties. It's fine. Transcending a deception of fugue that afflicts everyone else. Not sure what that means. Transcending a deception of fugue that afflicts everyone else. What the fuck would they mean by that? Do they mean that nobody's in the know? And vegans claim that we are in the know. Well, I think there is a little bit of projection there. As a carnivore, posting in a carnivore tribe community. Jesus, one of the more conspiratorial places on Facebook. Well, I don't know if I can make that claim. I haven't been on Facebook for like 4 or 5 years. To have special knowledge of truth, of, well, only of animal exploitation and killing that most people willfully don't want to know, right? Right? Only that. That's the only thing. The rest we had to learn, like plebs, like the plebs that we are. Yeah, I feel this one definitely feel I woke up from the matrix. Yeah, all right. To have absolute moral authority? Fuck no. Just making the argument for animals to be considered morally. I think it's a good argument. Otherwise, I won't stay vegan, right? If I didn't believe in the argument that animals deserve moral consideration, probably wouldn't be vegan. and to be on a mission to change the world. Yeah, that one is a little true. I do want to leave a mark on the world. I do want to exit from a better world than I entered. Don't think how much my contribution to the shit is gonna be. I don't know. But I'm hoping, and fear not, I don't know what motivates you. Frankly, I don't know, like, if you don't want to leave this world while it being better for have been having you in it, what do you even live for? What do you live for? I don't know what motivates you, frankly. And F, to be spiritual? Fuck no. I mean, some vegans are spiritual, and that's fine. That's good on them, but I don't feel any inclination to be spiritual in any kind of way. I think spirituality is a little cringe, but that's just my opinion. I mean, it's just, I don't know most days what it even means to be spiritual. It's a really strange concept in that way, that is just highly undefined and or singularly defined for each person, whatever the fuck they mean by that word. And to feel like a persecuted minority. Well, sweetie, if you're vegan online for one fucking day, you'll know that that's actually true. I don't want to feel like it. It is. It is like, I don't want to feel like it. I don't want to feel like a prosecuted minority or persecuted minority. I want people to be not to scream at me online or in person even sometimes. For me having compassion for animals, why would I want to feel persecuted? What kind of fucking claim is that? And H, to demonize others in order to elevate self. No, that's not true. We demonize others because they are fucking demons. Well, joking. I'm joking there. But it's definitely not to elevate myself. I want everybody to join me. I want everybody to be as good as I am, specifically in a case of animals. I don't know if I'm that good in other cases. I'm a deeply flawed individual. I know it. I am trying to make myself better, but not to elevate myself by demonizing others. I don't know what the fuck that means. Right, that was that. I bet the comments are amazing. I bet they are, but you know, we just don't have enough time in a day. Next one. What I said. Coffee has ketones. Sure. What was said to me. Don't tell me that garbage from that cult you are in. So the setup is this person told their loved ones or whatever that coffee has ketones. And the people around him said, dude, you're in a cult. Stop saying that shit. Correct? This person explained that some people need carbs in order to function. And if he didn't get carbs, he would get seriously ill. I don't know. That's... I don't know. There's a temporal component and evidence that are lacking. So I don't know. That's just a claim. I wasn't telling him to stop eating carbs. I wasn't telling him to do anything. He was telling me how tired he was, has been feeling lately, and realized he wasn't drinking caffeinated tea. So he made coffee and had a ton of energy today. True. That's the modern blight, but I don't think it's a blight. Like, coffee is great. Good health outcomes. So one should drink coffee if they want to and avoid it if they don't, but there's no reason to avoid it. There's no health reason to avoid it. And in the modern days, some of us, present company included, rely on that shit. All I said that coffee has the ketones, okay? So does butter. Acetoin can be found in apples, yogurt, asparagus, blackcurrant, blackberries, wheat, broccoli, Brussels sprouts, and maple syrup. So there is some kind of a claim that coffee has ketones. Are they claiming that coffee is good for you because it has ketones? Raw carnivore, you say, Dennis. Are you raw carnivore? Meat is good, says Daniel Hopa. Well, good for whom? Good for what? That's a strong claim without context. The diet known as a raw carnivore, yeah, it's the disgusting. Finally, some base comments. Are you pro-carnivore, Alphacaros? I had some respect for you, dude. Don't lose my respect so easily. Are you gonna you lose my respect for trolling reasons? Why? Hey, after a year of your streaming at the same time every week, I finally scheduled into my online calendar. Good for you. Thanks for being here, Elliot. I support raw carnivore diet. Why? For people to kill themselves faster. Well, the opinion, if it's not based on anything like substantial, it's kind of... good for you, Belinda. Some of the things that you eat is like everything. Some of those things used to be sentient beings. I think that's a problem for sentient beings, and you can avoid eating everything, and you can be more morally inclined to not eat some things. Meat and vegetables, please. Well, the second part is amazing, but the first part comes from a sentient being. There used to be a sentient being. So, do you consider sentient beings, Belinda? When you buy food? Do you consider the fact that there was a living, feeling, thinking creature, and now it's like a piece of corpse in a plastic bag? Please let me know while we continue to read about carnivore shit. Well, no, I don't care about living specifically. I'm saying feeling, thinking as well, right? So it was, he or she was feeling, thinking, scared, joyous. Well, I don't know how much joy they experienced in their lives, but, you know, they're like, you know, sentient. You know what sentient means, Belinda? I don't promote cannibalism for any animal, not just humans. Okay. Thanks for letting us know, Dennis. Of course, but they don't have the level of thinking we have. Well, some other creatures don't have that level of thinking, but you don't kill them and put them in plastic bags, right? I can give you examples if you want. They love their mothers, yeah? They have mothers. They used to have mothers, and now they're killed, slaughtered, right? And put into plastic bags. I would say that's morally problematic, would you? Yeah, Dennis, I missed the context. That's okay. You can talk to Johnny, that's fine. I'm just having a hard time not reading everything, but I'll get better at it. Babies can't think, yeah? Eat the babies, yeah? Yeah? That's where it leads. Well, it's part of nature, but you are not part of nature. But also, cannibalism is part of nature. Dennis is coming out of against cannibalism. Are you against cannibalism, Zabelinda? It's natural. It's natural. Okay, well, you keep talking. Pia's got Zabelinda there. I'll keep reading. Yes, coffee has caffeine. That's why I drink it, for caffeine, for sweet, sweet caffeine. That stimulates our brains and increase energy production. I don't understand what this post is trying to say. Are they trying to claim that ketones in coffee are the things that give us that energy or not? Anyway, I didn't further the discussion. I let him say his thing until he was done. I wasn't about to argue with him over this. Well, you can't argue. You don't seem to have an argument, my dear. I'm just really happy carnivore is working out so well for me. So carnivore is in... It's a selfish position. It's a very selfish position. And it's a delusional one as well. So, Dennis, I don't know why you would support the most extreme, the most dangerous form of carnivory. Dennis, I think they're asking why you're against cannibalism. Cannibalism depends on the population culture. Yeah, well, if you lived in a culture where cannibalism was okay and you were on the receiving end of that cannibalism, meaning you were about to get killed for food, would you think it's a moral question whether somebody should kill you for food or not, Zabelinda? What do you think? Should we ask those questions? Or should we just let cultures do their thing? Next one. So I thought this was kind of funny and cute. My mom doesn't understand carnivore, and that's okay. I went to visit her and my dad. She calls it carnivora, lol. She spent over $300 on getting me food, canned fruit, whipped cream in a can, Coke, etc. Bless her heart, really. I told her I don't drink Cokes, and she said, yes, but a rum and Coke, yeah. Mom's trying to get boozy. We went back and forth on this till she finally gave up. She texted, well, it's both in the wrong here. Mom is like overbearing, dude. Why would you spend $300 on food specifically for a person when you don't know what to buy them? It's really weird. She texted my brother that we are now driving down the street looking for sides of beef. Gross. Lol. She told him to hide his dogs in case I got hungry. Legit extrapolation there from mom. Mom is based all of a sudden. She obviously was joking about the last couple of things. You sure? Are you sure? Same sentient being. Same sentient being. A dog and a cow. Not beef, cow. A dog and a cow are sentient beings with similar, if not same, cognition. When she said I was in a cult, yep, and asked how much someone got paid for this diet. I mean, frankly, I'm with mom on this sentiment. I mean, it's just like the most ridiculous thing you can do to yourself. The only thing that this diet has going for you is losing weight. And you can do that on other less extreme, less dangerous diets. So I don't know. I mean, I wouldn't go to the conspiratorial route of thinking somebody is getting paid for being on this diet. I mean, I bet someone is. I bet there are people who get paid from being on this diet, but not this random person, probably. She thought I was paying someone for the food and diet plan or something. Lol. Love her. Really funny. Really funny. Lately, more carnivores are turning to Eastern Orthodoxy. Davey, where are you at? What's Eastern Orthodoxy? Educate us, please. Come on. By the way, people, be respectful to each other. Have meaningful, respectful conversations. Not just for my sake, and for people's sake, for TOS as well. Just be nice to each other. Hello, you tops. How you doing? Nice to see you here. Some YouTubers, including Primal Edge Health. We heard about this person before. Bobby's Perspective and Jay Dyer. I think this is an old one because, 2020. Because Bobby Perspective went a Muslim route lately. So he's hopping religions like he used to hop diets. I think just some people are just like hoppers. They just hop from one belief to another. And it's like whenever they are in it, they're like all encompassed by it, right? We know some people like that. Yes, only vertical today. I'm so sorry. This is a coincidence or some new cult following? Or is higher meat consumption bringing people closer to God? What a claim! Higher meat consumption brings somebody closer to God. Amazing. What do you guys think? I think the last thing is a ridiculous notion. I think I'm right about it. I think just some people are just hopping from one belief to another. They're much easily swayed from one belief to another. That's what I think. Edit. Already bad. If somebody edits their post. I started to read some of the replies, then decided to stop. Lots of attacking, gaslighting, shaming, and blaming going on. And I don't need to give my energy to that. I've explained my true story and mainly as a warning to others. And I don't need to justify myself or explain myself further. So, not a happy customer of the carnivore diet. What I've learned is that you should always have a very healthy dose of skepticism. Dude, you're in the wrong group. Oh, well, how did you end up there anyways? When listening to people who claim to have all the answers. Yeah, I can't wait to get to the original post. I know I'm not the only one who thinks that this has happened to. I hope whoever needs to hear this is able to hear it, so they can spare themselves a lot of pain. The rest of you can take a hike. Wishing everyone all the best. So peace and love at the end. Strong, finishing with peace and love. That's good. In addition, someone posted below a recent post of Michaela Peterson about vitamin C and my experience after she kicked me out of the group. Oh my God, this person got kicked out of Michaela Peterson's group. The post said that I was eating organ meats and that was why I had a deficiency. Big lie! I never ever mentioned that I was eating organ meats. It's just fucking gross. I guess that's why she kicked me out, so I couldn't correct her. Cult! I totally fell for it. You did, baby. I've been kicked out of the Lion Diet group because I said I had scurvy from not eating vitamin C, which I did. Was so unwell for about 2 years, exhausted and in full body pain, and yet you stick to this stupid meme diet. How incredible is that? And a few people in my chat are advocating for this shit. Absolutely amazing. Who cares about sentience? Well, that's the thing that makes moral consideration that's it, right? You can only morally consider sentient beings or some other stuff for sentient beings, right? Taking my phone away from me and throwing it in the trash and like trashing it, it doesn't do anything to my phone. My phone is not going to get hurt in humane history. What is going to get hurt is my feelings, me being attached or basically needing my phone for work, right? So considering a phone morally makes zero sense. Considering a sentient being morally, it's the only thing that makes any kind of sense, right? Only when there is someone in the noggin is morality applicable, basically, is what I'm saying. An old rare tree can't have moral value. It can, not for itself. The tree doesn't give a shit if you cut it down. There is nobody there to consider anything. It could be like a house for many animals. It like the fact that it absorbs CO2 and excretes oxygen. So when talking about a tree morally, we can only consider the sentient beings that can benefit from the tree still standing. The tree itself has no moral value. It has moral value for other sentient beings. I hope that makes sense. That's what morality is. Morality is a matter of a mind. And sentience, that's what it is as well. It's a matter of a mind. If you don't have a mind, you're not morally relevant to yourself, to that object itself, right? You can be morally relevant to other people. The belief that humans eat meat is a true statement. It is what's happening. What we are talking about here is what should happen, right? So there is a difference between is, what's happening right now, and ought, what should happen if we are inclined to become morally better, right? And make the world a better place. Right? If that's one of your goals, then you should consider the fact that an animal, a sentient animal, was bred, exploited, and slaughtered for this piece of meat, and also the fact that you really don't need meat to live, survive, thrive, be a productive person in a society, and therefore killing like around 300 animals for your consumption when you could just eat plants, it becomes a moral imperative not to do so, right? So, okay, you keep having conversations, I'll keep reading this shit. So, because I said I had scurvy from not eating vitamin C, which I did, was so unwell for about 2 years, exhausted and in full body pain. Luckily, I saw a woman post on her on the Lion diet that she had also been diagnosed with scurvy and had the same symptoms after being carnivore for 2 years. Jesus Christ, people really stick around on this shit, right? So this has a word. It's called compathy. Compathy is kind of like empathy, but like sharing the same feelings from from similar experiences. So the person at first they didn't have empathy for themselves, or I don't know what the word is, right? They thought, oh, they got gaslit basically into thinking, well, it can't be. But then they saw a similar post and like, we have shared experience. We both suffer from this shit, so fuck you all. I'm gonna bounce, right? I supplemented with vitamin C for 3 days and my exhaustion and pain left immediately. I said, we really need to talk about this, and I flushed 2 years of my life down the drain, being unwell, when all I needed to do was supplement for a few days of vitamin C, or just not go on a meme diet, just eat a regular diet that contains vitamin C. That's also a fucking option. And that's compatible with a plant-based diet to get back to my old self. And I've been kicked out of the group. I hope you left carnivore as well behind you. dear sir or ma'am, or something in between, I hope you're not in this stupid shit. I hope this was a wake-up call for you, and you back at least to an omnivore diet and not this meme, stupid, absolute shit diet. But preferably, you've considered animals in your heart, and you went vegan or at least plant-based. But that almost never happens. I've been kicked out of the group. I cannot believe it. I totally trusted Michaela Peterson. For what the fuck reason? Does she seem trustworthy? Michaela Peterson? As an advocate for free speech, but turns out she will censor you too if you suggest this diet is nothing but a miracle. So this is how people reach the conclusion that carnivore diets are only good. They're good for everybody, because those groups are heavily censored. Whenever somebody posts like, well, they stopped doing this in Carnivore Tribe at some point, because I guess people got like all upset. But whenever they post like bad shit, they used to get censored and thrown out. Species need to eat what they need in their diet. What do you need from animal products? Please tell me specifically. Specific things that you need from animal products that aren't found in plants, or in supplementation. Please, Belinda. I'm going to hold you to the fire. What does your species need from animals that I, as part of your species, don't? Right? Because I've been vegan nearing 11 years. I'm doing amazing. So please tell me, what do I need in my diet? Meat fibers? Meat fibers is not a thing that you need in your diet. It's barely a thing at all. It's like meat fibers is a texture. Meat doesn't have fiber, right? Protein you can get from plants. All proteins basically come from plants, right? That cow, what they ate is plants. And fat you can get on a plant-based diet as well. So iron you can get on a plant-based diet or in a form of supplement, right? So so far, like 0 for 4, Belinda. Can you give me something specific that you can't get on a plant-based diet or from a supplement? Please. Nick, no, I'm morally inclined to protect animals from myself more than to eat meat. I used to be a meat eater for 35 years. I was a staunch meat eater. I really loved meat. And then I started considering others in my consumption. So I stopped consuming. That means in all of my life, any animal products, that means food, textiles, and other unnecessary stuff. Other unnecessary stuff too. Will you protect animals from other animals? I think we should. I think we should find the best way to do it, though. I don't know what's the best way. I think guided evolution. But yeah, I think we should. I don't think it's a good thing that a zebra is being eaten alive in nature. Yeah. So definitely, yeah. Like if I was walking down the street and I saw a lion starting to attack a gazelle, I think I should protect the gazelle. They are the vulnerable one here, right? I know the lion doesn't necessarily know what they're doing is bad. I don't know if the word bad applies to them. I don't know if they're specifically like somebody who can consider morality to a high degree. But I think if I have to choose between the life of a gazelle and the life of the lion, I think I should choose the life of a gazelle. So all carnivores should be vegan? Well, no, veganism is a moral stance that, as far as we know, only people can take. But I think we can guide evolution, maybe not specifically immediately into herbivory, but like carcass eating or something like that, or alternatively provide them with food that is nutritionally sufficient in a way that they, in a few generations, not going to feel the urge to attack other animals. I don't have the good solution. Nick, I don't know what the solution should be for carnivore animals. All I can say is that I think what's happening there is bad. I think it's wrong. And if we can, we should fix it. If we can't, we should at least say that it's wrong. There is no... I don't think we should be able to solve something just to say that it's wrong. There are things that I can't solve rape. All I can do is not rape myself. You know what I mean? Not become a rapist myself, just to be clear. That's all I can do, right? And if I can prevent somebody else from raping, I should do that as well, if I can. That's how morality works. Right, let's continue. I am angry and disgusted. I will never get those 2 years back. Lesson learned, I hope so. Never trust anyone and listen to my body. No, you haven't learned the lesson, baby. Listen to my body. Your body doesn't speak. Your body does amazingly on Twinkies for about 20 minutes. Whenever I eat something sweet and like decadent, I do amazingly. But in about 30 years, I'm probably gonna pay for it if I do it too often, right? So listening to your body is really shit. My body was telling me for 25 years that I want another cigarette. So I lit another cigarette. My body was like screaming at me, it's time for a cigarette. For 25 years. Doesn't mean it's good for me. I shouldn't be listening to my body when it tells me that I want a cigarette. It still does once in a while, right? Once in a while I'm like, oh God, I wish that smoking wasn't so terribly detrimental to health so that I could go back to smoking. I really want a cigarette sometimes. Being solidly on the right side of the fuss. Consequentialism. Jeremy, stop. Stop. I don't think it's necessarily consequentialist position. I view it as a threshold deontologist, definitely. I think you can reach different positions from different places, but I'm also, Jeremy, I'm a dumbass. I haven't yet read up too much on ethics. So you could be right, but please stop like banging the nail in, right? I don't know what I am. I think I'm a threshold deontologist based on everything I've read so far. I don't think consequentialism is sometimes like feels comporting to my beliefs, but most times I actually lean closer to deontology. I do. Most times. Veganism is representing all human history truths because people are not willing to change. It's not only the people's fault, by the way. There is a lot of misconception about a bunch of stuff, right? So people don't feel inclined to change, basically on the fact that, as you said, we need meat to survive. We don't. That's a misconception. Or actually, it could be just straight up propaganda, Belinda. It could be straight up propaganda from all kinds of people, right? Because we don't. Look at me. I don't need meat to survive, right? And there are other stuff, just by the fact that you don't necessarily see on the daily basis the victims of your decisions, right? That makes you less inclined to change. The fact that the victims are not of our species and we kind of raised to be like speciesist, that humans are like much better than animals, which is very selectively biased, right? Animals are better than us in some stuff, we are better than other animals in other stuff, and we are all animals at the end of the day, and people kind of forget that and make animals into these objects when we really don't have to. Inuits and us are the same species, so it applies to them too, right? Yeah. I think if Inuits can survive without eating animal products, I think they should morally consider animals and not think that they can kill animals while considering like ecosystems and stuff like that, right? I think they should. Some people maybe would have like a more difficult time to survive because they live like in very inhospitable places with very little conversation about morality. But I think, you being on the internet means that you are not in that situation, basically. If you have an internet connection, you are able of talking about the morality of killing animals for food. So, yeah. Bolivia people also have shorter lifespan, aren't they human? Okay. I'm not sure whom you're talking about. Yes, people in Bolivia are human. What's the... Oh, I guess I lost the conversation. So I'll allow you to go back and I'm gonna read this stuff. If I hadn't seen the other woman's post, I could have suffered for even more years. It's insane to block a free discussion over something so serious. For real though, for real. It could be that so many people... So here's the thing. I'm looking for a way to do this. I just don't know how to do it yet. If you have any suggestions, let me know. So the fact that the carnivore diet is detrimental to health, it's I don't think reasonable people could dispute that, right? We have so much strong evidence, scientific evidence, that the higher the meat consumption, the worse somebody is going to be with several diseases and overall mortality, right? This evidence is incredibly strong. It's like linear. The more meat you eat, the more you'll suffer later, right? It is something that is onset for decades and not days, right? So somebody could, if they do it right, cruise on a carnivore diet for a while, but at the end of the day, the evidence against it being a healthy diet is incredibly strong, right? So it could be. This group was opened in 2017, I think. So that's 8 years. It could be that all the people that joined this group and started carnivore dieting to lose weight or to gain the miraculous health claims that they're propagating in this group, it could be that so many people just basically died and nobody knows about it. And that's why I joined this group, because I'm looking for a way to see if there are people who just joined this group, joined the carnivore diet, and one day clenched their chests, were led to the hospital and just died. And nobody knows, because this is a Facebook group, right? This is not a family matter. And it's not like that many people actually memorialize Facebook pages, right? Like when people die, it's not like I have a friend who killed herself many years ago, and her Facebook page is still like reminding me of her birthday every year. So most people are not going to think about memorializing Facebook pages after people die. And nobody knows people here, right? So there are a few that are top contributors and stuff. But if people all of a sudden just like disappear, nobody's gonna take track. This is where like my empathy goes out to these people, like people who usually join this community and start this stupid diet. They're sick. They're people who have something they need to fix. And, so I have a lot of empathy towards people who join this stupid meme diet, And then I would have really wanted to collect evidence of people who fell out just by dropping dead. I'm sure it's some amount of people, and nobody knows. Animals are an excellent sort of meat. Well, it's an only source of meat. Zabelinda, I think there are things that you are conflating. I think if I were you, I would open up a little bit and like listen to the people who are talking here, because you clearly never thought about this before, never talked about this before. When you say a sentence like animals are an excellent source of meat, well, there is vegan meat, of course, but strictly speaking, animals are the only source of meat right now. So there is, what's the competition? And vegan meat is more healthful, if that's what you mean. I don't know what you're talking about. I mean, it's an excellent source of meat. It's meat, but now we're talking about morality and not what is, right? Vegan meat is fake meat. It doesn't matter. It's meat. So what that it's fake? So what? It doesn't exploit and slaughter animals. We're talking about morality. Join the conversation. We're talking about morality and not what is, right? So how about you talk about morality and tell us why it's okay to exploit and slaughter animals for something that is not necessary? Please. No, everything that you said that we need from meat, I debunked. So you keep coming to this point again, unless you find something that isn't in plants and can't be supplemented. You haven't said it yet, so you haven't proven that we need meat. Obviously not. I'm here, I exist. I'm healthy. Whenever my genetics doesn't just crap me out. But I'm so healthy that my family doctor, my GP, he keeps, every time I'm asking him for like blood tests just to see that everything is okay, he's like, what the fuck for? Get the fuck out. I'm that healthy in my age group. I'm much healthier than most people in my age group. So I don't know what you mean that we need meat. No, we obviously don't. 11 years I haven't had meat. Jesus. Okay. There you go. Another shot's fired. There we go. Curious how many ex-vegan plant-based we have in here. I was plant-based for 6 years until about a year and a half ago. I really want to know what that meant for them. I've ran a motivation page since 2013, have lost over 280 pounds, and have been posting more carnivore animal-based stuff the past 3 months. It is insane how pissed my old followers are. Well, imagine that. People followed you when they thought that you considered animals morally? Maybe? Well, they said they're plant-based. And then you switched. So yeah, your followers shouldn't be your followers anymore. So I don't know. I mean, I understand passion and all. Well, do you though? Do you understand the passion? I mean, I wonder what they're raging about, though, your followers. Are they raging about animals? Then all the passion is justified, right? So they're just trying to save animals from you. If they're raging about the diet, that's cringe, and fuck them. I mean, I understand passion and all, but some people can really take their diet to a cult-type level. Well, they're saying. The fact that they're saying it doesn't mean that I should believe them. Even in this way of eating. There you go. I applaud anyone that keeps continuing on the quest for better health, as long as they aren't taking stupid shortcuts like Ozempic, bypass surgery, or pills. So, in something that I noticed in carnivore dieting, basically, better health is conflated with losing weight, which is sometimes true, right? Generally, losing weight is will make you healthier, right? In the long run, right? If you are a 20 or 30-year-old person, you don't have the consequences yet, right? So you can be healthy. Yeah. But then they're talking only about that. They're talking only about losing weight, right? And then there's also like shit on stuff like Ozempic, bypass surgery, or pills. That shit saved people's lives. The same way, right? Why does it matter how they lose weight? I'd say Ozempic, bypass surgery, and pills are not not 100% moral, but more moral than going on a carnivore or animal-based diet, right? If you're considering other people. So I don't know why they would go against this, right? I personally know people whose life a bypass surgery completely saved, from getting to a place where they are later in life and now they suffer from the consequences of being very overweight, right? Because bypass surgeries are given to people who are or slightly either slightly under or over 40 BMI. That's morbid obesity. Okay. Oh shit. I was waiting for this to happen. Hold on, let me fix that. I will be able to fix it. 1 second. There you go. And we're back. Sorry about that. All right. After 5 years carnivore, I'm trying to go back to paleo. Not just for the flavors, but the cooking is more interesting. No shit. Than the absolutely bland, samey carnivore diet. So restrictive. Jesus Christ. It's like these people decided to restrict themselves to the least moral foods. Absolutely amazing. I was only going to try carnivore for 3 months to see how it went and stayed for 5 years, like a cult member. Never got sick, not even a sniffle. Sure. Anyway, I'll see how it goes. Going back, as I've heard, it's not easy. Yeah, no shit, you haven't had fiber for 5 years, my dear friend. And now all of a sudden you're gonna eat fiber. That shit is gonna fuck you up. That shit is gonna fuck you up. The problem is, oh, we're reaching your update. There is an update. The problem is, though, you shouldn't have gone on this restrictive diet in the first place. And if you run back to the restrictive diet, I haven't read the update yet, we'll see what it says, then you're fucked in a few years. Like, the health outcomes are gonna, it's gonna come up to you. It's gonna happen. You can't outrun the carnivore. You can't. This is slow cooked beef, garlic, shallots. Okay, we can skip the shit. On a bed of broccoli, rice fried in coconut oil. Tastes pretty damn good. Cheers, people. Update, folks. As many of you may know, it's not easy to go back. And as I found out, I used to eat tomatoes with no problem before carnivore, but I don't think I will be anymore. I had some and broke out in a rash. So they can't go back to like a normal diet, right? The normal diet that Belinda says all humans eat. They can't go back to it anymore. They fucked themselves up for it. And we're gonna skip the body parts. Oh, shit. Eek. Shit. Oh, I fucked it up. 1 second. I fucked it all up. That's okay. Well, it's easily fixable. There you go. I think we can make it bigger. Are you having fun? Tell me in the chat. Are you guys having fun? Ugh. Okay. We'll continue with dimensions of cult in World Cult Tribes. Oh, sorry, World Carnivore Tribe. You all are so afraid and will start a war over plants, but will still ask questions and find ways to justify alcohol. Thank you, Pig's Dream. I knew you would enjoy it. I'm just wondering if other people enjoy it too. Cody asks, why does it make it morally wrong to harm them? Who? Animals? Because they're sentient. Sentience means that they basically experience most things in a similar way to us, which is unsurprising because we're all animals. Our evolutionary path took us on the way of growing our brains to the point that we developed language and all that shit. Their evolutionary paths took them to be more adaptable to their environments, whatever the fuck. But we are on the moral question. We are the same because all of us can feel and experience life. So once you can feel and experience life, it becomes morally unjustifiable, depending on context, of course, to just take their lives unless there are a few justifiable places, like if an animal is about to attack you and the only way to stop them is to take their life, then sure. But the animals we eat, the animals we harm, are the most innocent animals on Earth. And we bring them into existence specifically because they are docile. And that is why it's not okay to harm them, Cody. I get that, but how do you determine that those are your morals? I got through reasoning, and I think generally just my parents just raised me with the goal of being a good person. They failed in a few places, right? Some things they taught me weren't indicative of that. But hello, vegan gays, what's up? But altogether, I was instilled that I should strive to be a better person, right? And I also don't, and that's from a very young age. I guess I can't say that, but I don't take what is in a society as a must, an axiom, right? Nothing is above questioning, right? So I questioned it. And I applied empathy, which is, you can reach empathy in a rational way, basically, Cody. You can rationalize, you can get to the position of empathy, of feeling bad for another through a rational path. And that's what happened with me. I think for the same reason we consider people, we should consider animals morally, and we should stop killing them. I hope that's somewhat interesting to you. Right, let's continue. All of you are afraid and will start a war over plants, but will still ask questions, and find ways to justify alcohol. Relax, have the thing. This isn't a cult, are you sure? Stop asking complete strangers on the internet for validation and start paying attention to your own body. No, god damn it. Don't listen to your... I keep banging on the thing. Don't listen to your body. Your body is lying to you. My body's been telling me for 25 years that I want a cigarette and still telling me that shit. I really want a cigarette sometimes. Doesn't mean it's good for me. Listening to your body is cringe. It's stupid. It's lying to you. It just wants like a quick, fast validation. It doesn't think about the future. That's why you have brains. Use your brains. Do actual research in the scientific community, not in carnivore tribes, and you'll be okay. So no, that's bad advice. This is about you, now go. This person is starting to start some shit. They weren't very successful though. That's okay. Oh, back on paleo, we saw this post already. Hold on, it keeps popping up, I don't know why, but it's okay. We can fix it. By the way, hit like, share the live stream online somewhere or something, I don't know, hit something in there. Go to the bottom line where it says BPM and then the name of the video, whatever I named it, live something, blah, 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 and just hit something in there, right? So there is the like button, there is a dislike button, you can hit that as well if you feel so inclined. There is a share button next to that shit. Just do something. Come on. Help me out. All right. Transformation time. So I think we reached the end of the word cult, and now it's gonna be just other shit. Exactly 2 years between these two photos. Shout out to the carnivore lifestyle for giving me the health and confidence back. That's the thing. Keep telling you guys. They conflate being skinny with being healthy, which is like generally could be true, but skinny people also can be unhealthy, right? In the long run. This person is incredibly young, right? So in about 20, 50 years, when the onset of heart disease and cancer and all that shit, it's gonna catch up to them, which is a shame. So you can't say that you are healthy, like you can't conflate health with being skinny is what I'm trying to say. They don't necessarily correlate because skinny people can be incredibly unhealthy. As they're probably gonna find out, their cholesterol is gonna go up and in about 20 years, they're gonna eat shit because of that, right? There you go. Shadow on Twitter, thank you very much, you tops. I appreciate you. Okay, bad. There you go, let's go. Let's see. Endometriosis symptom improved dramatically. Yeah, if you have endometriosis and you lose weight, that's helpful. You know what else health professionals say you should do when you have endometriosis? A bunch of stuff. Go on a plant-based diet. I have a friend who has endometriosis. Go on a plant-based diet is the thing that they say. Another thing they say, should avoid single-use plastics in your on your food, right? Whenever it's possible. All meat comes wrapped in plastic, vacuum sealed, right? Don't know what to tell you. Don't know what to tell you. Mental health, more stable, anxiety, depression. Okay, many things could happen there. Losing weight really helps, I can attest. When I got injured and basically couldn't cook that much and I gone up a little bit. Generally, I feel better now that I actually lost most of that weight. Yeah, losing weight will do that to you. Doesn't mean that's gonna stick around in the long run, right? There's like to every diet, healthfully speaking, right? Morally speaking, carnivore is the worst diet ever, right? It's the most terrible diet. It's exploiting and killing the most animals. It's absolutely disgusting morally. But healthfully speaking, right? When you have a diet that we know in the long run is gonna cause horrific health outcomes, right? You can't make claims about that diet in the short run, Especially since there is no fucking evidence for the carnivore diet, like at all. The only evidence that we have, we can extrapolate, right? With people eating, like the more meat they eat, the worse their health outcomes in 10, 20, 30, 40 years are gonna be. That's the only way we can say anything about the carnivore diet. But there is no scientific evidence for it. Sean Baker, right? He did a crowdfunding and received about $200,000 US dollars in that shit, in that crowdfund. What did he do? He's now 2 or 3 years later, is going to release a case report series, also known as free studies. You do case reports when you are like a practicing physician and you want something, you know, you want to become a professor one day, right? And you need some scientific clout. You do case reports. You just find the person that has some weird shit and you write a study about them. Like the most expensive thing in that is if you decided not to write it yourself and give it to somebody else, like give all the facts to somebody else to write that shit. But case reports generally is like either the cheapest or free studies. So what the fuck did he do with $200,000? Why didn't he do a fucking randomized control study? Why the fuck not? Because then it's unethical. No fucking ethics committee is gonna let him do that. And also because he just stole money. There you go. Hello, Kathy, how you doing? Glad to see you here today. We're not talking about ethics that much, a little bit. We're talking about how cringe carnivore dieting is. We basically searched the word cold in World Carnivore Tribe and see what fell out. All right, your opinions, please. That's already bad. That started badly. I've been mainly carnivore for about 5 months and I'm very happy with the results, whatever the fuck that means. The general consensus from friends, family and my doctor is like I'm part of some kind of cult, and a dangerous cult at that. True, absolutely fucking true. Oh my God. I should do this. I should do the bite model with like 3 ex-carnivores or something, right? My audience is gonna hate that shit because chances are they're not gonna be vegan, right? But I think I should. If you know any ex-carnivores, send them my way. I really want to do the bite model for the carnivore dieting. Because I think like to do the bite model, one needs to know the niche very well, right? One from outside can't necessarily say about that group if they're a cult or not. You can say they're cultish. You can say you have certain feelings about it. I can say I have, because I'm obsessed with cults, I have like intuition about the carnivore dieting that there are many cults in it, right? Not necessarily the entire carnivore dieting community, right? But you really need somebody from within to answer those questions. And I'm unable to because never been a carnivore. I'm not a carnivore, so tend not to hang out with carnivores. Yeah, Tom, you can see on Twitter, you follow me on Twitter, that I do tend to hang out with carnivores, meaning start wars with them. It's my favorite thing. It's just so gratifying because they're so silly. They're so stupid. It's just so gratifying. I don't have to be smart to outsmart them. It's so interesting. Yeah, wars, not what I call hanging out, yeah. Well, one guy, Henry, I kind of hang out with him, but lately I've been pissed off at him as well. I try to be charitable, but Jesus. He claims to be a scientist while having like the lowest reasoning skills. Jesus Christ. Absolutely the lowest. So yeah, Tone. Don't hang out with carnivores. That's true. I used to work with someone who was on a paleo diet. And we used to see each other, not to like work closely, but we were on the same working on the same trial, right? And it was very clear in a few years that my diet works out for me much better than his diet is. So, at first we butted heads a little bit, but I think in a few years, life wasn't kind to him anymore. So, yes, click like, click some shit down there, click something, please. All right. Your opinion, please. I've been mainly carnivore for 5 months and I'm very happy with the results. The general consensus from friends, family, and my doctor is like I'm part of some kind of cult, and a dangerous cult at that. I would also make that claim. My questions are, how did society 95% get it so wrong? How can so many people that are a hell of a lot more intelligent than me not understand what is going on with the multinational food and drug companies? Well, because they are smarter than you. How can a nutritionist or a dietitian spend years being educated that grains, flours, whole grain breads, seeds, or seed oils are all perfectly fine as part of a balanced diet? Because they are. They're generally healthy. They're generally healthy. The only problem is the overconsumption of calories. If you eat those foods and don't overconsume, you're fine. Your health is going to be amazing. That's what the science says. And people who are the dietitians who read the actual studies, they know that. They know that. If plants, vegetables, and fiber don't provide any benefits to us nutrition, who says? They absolutely are. We have fucking eons of evidence for that. The best kind of evidence as well. That means that the vast majority of doctors, surgeons, scientists, educators, and even CSIRO, I don't know what that is, an Australian government research organization, thank you very much for you, have got it completely wrong. They say no. And I have found a better way than all these people. Well, no, they're all smarter than you, they're more educated than you. YouTube influencers, are they listening to themselves? YouTube influencers, most are wearing really thin with me, will say that it's all one big conspiracy between big food, pharma, and that all governments are complicit. What? Okay, I'm not equipped to address this conspiracy. I'm not. But we don't need all of these big food, big pharma stuff. We have actual scientific evidence, right? And the scientific community, for the most part, is not part of these things, big food, big pharma, and all governments. They're not part of that. That's not the same people, basically. Guys, trust me, I work with scientists. Scientists couldn't give less shit about all that stuff. They don't even care about money, for the most part. They just want to know stuff. They just want to I don't know, at the end of their career, they want this golden plaque and, to know that they, got to the truth, a little closer to the truth. They even fucking admit that they know that they are Nazis to the animals. They know it. They admit it to me all the fucking time, but then they don't do anything about it. They're like, oh, well, I'm a Nazi to the animals. So they're incredibly rational people that don't look for fame. They don't look to lie. They don't want to lie for the most part, right? You can't extrapolate on the entire community, of course. That's where it can get a bit cult-like for me. Don't get me wrong, I think that the majority of big food companies are evil. Oh, I understand. They've been sarcastic all this time. Well, all right, maybe. of big food companies are evil because they are well aware of the harm they do to people. I don't think even that statement is true. The companies and the food companies are not supposed to think of your health. All they're doing is providing food that you want to eat, right? It's on the government, I guess, to kind of provide boundaries to that shit. And they do it. The governments do it. They provide limits to sat fat, and it's not like they're limiting the production of foods with sat fat. They just make companies put that shit on the label. That's what they're doing, right? That's the only thing they can do to not infringe on our personal freedoms to eat whatever the fuck we like, right? All they can do is say this product has a lot of saturated fat, a lot of sodium, and a lot of added sugar, right? That's all they can do. So, incorrect. Food companies are not evil in a sense that they're not trying to kill people, or they don't even necessarily know that they kill people. It's not necessarily true even. People kill themselves by consuming, again, not at the fault of their own, right? They just want to eat food, delicious food, so they eat that shit. So all the claims, it's you need like a conspiratorial mind that can't necessarily like grasp some realities, right? To get to the conclusion that food companies are like aware of the harm they do to people or trying to kill people. It's not their job to take care of people. Their job is to provide food, right? Like if a company makes the claim, for instance, that all their food is healthy, then we have contention, yes. Then we can like scrutinize all the products that they are selling. But most food companies don't make those claims. They just don't. So they're not selling you health. They're selling you delicious food that you can stuff in your mouth. That was my rant of the day. I understand that some will say, what does it matter? If it's working for you, then keep doing it. Where I struggle with is that I want to understand why so many smart, educated people in 2024 can get it so wrong. They don't. They can get some other stuff wrong, right? Educated people doesn't mean that they know about nutrition. That's a specific thing. That's a specific claim that not many people are able to answer, right? Not like my boss, one of my bosses, I have many, the professor, she's a professor, told me that we've been eating meat for thousands of years, shit. And she's correct, she's not wrong there. She's strong in making that claim in a question of morality, right? It doesn't matter how long we've been doing something when we're talking about a moral question of whether we should continue doing that shit. But, she knows fuck all about nutrition. She knows other stuff. She knows about epigenetics and shit. The things that I don't know. And I know more about nutrition than her, despite being a dumbass, basically. So, to each their own. I have a little bit of a passion about knowing nutritional stuff. And she doesn't. There you go. I would be grateful if someone could help me understand this. I have posted this in a couple of different forums and try to get broad opinion base. Well, maybe post it not in the carnivore group where like the 58 comments are gonna be like like feeding your conspiracy basically, right? It's funny. Carnivore pancakes, well, we can skip that disgusting shit. Is that bread? Is that like actual bread? That looks absolutely fucking disgusting, by the way. Absolutely disgusting. But now I want to see if she mentioned something close to cultured cream. She mentioned cultured cream. That's why the post found itself here. Update. Week 1 and 1 day. Week 2 and 1 day. Okay. I made a post a couple of days about how terrible I was feeling. I'm still in the process of working out the kinks with carnivore and tweaking it in a way where I feel like my most optimal self. Good luck. I decided to remove ghee as a source of fat, even though it fits under the category of carnivore. I'm telling you, it's basically like witch potions, right? They're like adding stuff, removing stuff, drink raw milk on the full moon. That's basically their solution. It's absolutely fucking random with no evidence behind them, except I ate this way and for some reason I felt better than when I wasn't eating this way, right? With so many confounders in real life that it's like absolutely unreasonable to make those kind of comments at all. So it's all kind of weird. Look at what you're doing right here. You all want to say that carnivores are a cult. Well, carnivores aren't. Carnivores might be in a cult. I don't know. I said it before that. I don't know. All I did is search the word cult in World Carnivore Tribe, and carnivores themselves are saying that they're a cult. So, I don't know. As much as you guys are, well, no, I have on this channel a series of live streams where I went through the BITE model, both for veganism and omnivorism. I haven't done it for carnivore dieting yet, but no, now I can say definitively that I did my due diligence and veganism is not a cult. There are vegan cults, mini cults, as there are in any group. There are some plant-based cults, but veganism as a whole, as a movement, is not a cult. I can say that for sure. You all are fucking crazy? Disagree with you. I think my position is rational. You're welcome to try to bend my position. But I think it's rational. I don't think it's crazy at all. Just eat the animals and be healthy. Well, no, thank you. I have a moral disposition to eating animals because they are sentient beings. I don't think animals should die for me when I don't have to. I don't think animals should die for me when I don't have to. And I think that's a decent moral position. And I've been looking for 11 years to somebody to rebut me on that, and nobody have yet. So no, thank you. I'm not gonna just eat animals because I've considered my consumption of animals in the past morally, and I reached the conclusion that I shouldn't. There you go. But thank you for your input, MS. I removed it for 2 reasons. Oh, the ghee. I removed it for 2 reasons. 1, there could still be traces of the butter when it was clarified, treated, or whatever they call it, which could be inflammatory. It's just random. I mean, it could be, but what's the evidence for that? I think there are better sources of fat. Right now, I'm using epic rendered duck fat. It's absolute gross. Absolutely gross. That duck had to die for that shit. Epic rendered beef tallow. A cow had to die for that shit. Could you just eat oils? They are generally healthy if you don't over-consume them. Like to the point of excess of calories, I guess. I've honestly been taking a few good swigs, I don't know what swigs is, or spoonfuls of it daily, along with my cooking, because I notice it does make me feel noticeably better. Again, guys, you shouldn't trust your body. Your body is stupid, literally. Just use your brains to go to some scientific evidence. Just you do that. I know it's hard. I know people should learn how to read the studies and shit like that. But it's better than doing this stupid shit. It's much better, I think. I'm still pretty much just eating cage-free eggs daily. Still animal abuse, still animal exploitation, as those animals are still going to be slaughtered. The baby chicks are still going to be slaughtered for that shit. I'm continuing to search, so, you know, if you want to feel better about yourself, then eat cage-free eggs. But if you actually want to be morally correct, then skip eggs altogether. And I'm continuing to search for other budget-friendly items that are really good on carnivore. Budget-friendly, that's a joke. That's a joke. Look, if you keep listening to this garbage, the carnivores, yeah. You definitely lose some IQ for sure. You are right, you know. I am considering ordering some stuff from one or more of the local Arizona ranchers. Again, trying to feel better. I have a good, I think I have a good argument for the fact that local, and by that they mean small farms or whatever the fuck, is just actually worse for the animals. Or at best is like maybe a little bit better, but animals are still slaughtered. So I don't know. Do they mean for the environment? Well, you can't make that claim either, basically. The feed could travel like actual fucking eons and continents to feed those animals. The only happy cows are rescued cows? True. As far as we know, true. Well, maybe the free cows are also happy. A little bit. Because they are so large, there are not many like predators for them. There are like 2 free herds on Earth of actual cows. What is it? Cortex XYZ, neither. I'm non-binary. And as my sex, it's none of your business. I also am still taking my ADHD meds when I feel I need it, and caffeine. My diet is virtually 0 carb, with maybe an exception of the Celsius drink, which I might have 2 carbs in it. My raccoon eyes have also begun to fade. What the fuck is raccoon eyes? The dark circle under the eyes. Yeah. When you go extremely low carb, I guess. Sometimes you get dark circles under the eyes. I don't know. So there you go. The raccoon eyes have also begun to fade a bit with my increased fat intake. And I have a couple of days off where I can sleep and get some food, good rest. Wow. So basically, carnivore dieters, they really need to have like very little going on in their lives and still be rich somehow to buy all the food. So it's such an expensive diet, Jesus. Thank you, carnivores, for all your love and support. I never thought I would receive so many replies with one of my first posts in becoming a part of this community. It's because they have shitload of time. They have shitload of time to answer your questions. Nobody works on carnivore diet. People who are on carnivore diet don't work. They're just independently wealthy or something. I hope I can serve as an inspiration for those who are struggling on their journey in desperate search for answers. Like, if you're not like morally inclined, right, and you go on a diet thinking it's like helpful, and then you start shitting yourself, and you have raccoon eyes, and you have fatigue, extreme fatigue, right? Those are like the main claims on the carnivore diet. And everybody around you thinks you're in a cult. You probably should reconsider, right? You probably should check it out, and not in a fucking World Carnivore Tribe place. Like, you can get used to a bunch of shit. My body got used to smoking. It really got used to it. It got used to excreting a bunch of stuff in the morning, right? Like phlegm and shit. And generally speaking, while smoking, I didn't feel any detriment. I was walking a lot. I was walking up the hills and shit like that, right? I could outwalk non-smokers. So I didn't feel any detriment. So this is just a stupid shit, like listening to your body and shit like that. Or like, oh, I'm feeling good now. Okay, but you don't have evidence for longevity on this diet. You don't have any kind of health evidence on this diet. Oh, what's up, Slim Shadys? I'm sorry I didn't say hello. I missed that you are here. Also, if you have any recommendation for good fat sources with good nutrient profiles, I would love to hear them. And then there's a person with a child that skip it really fast. Oh, why do people put children online? Seriously, fuck. Loaded basics. Where's Davey? Davey, we have a client for you. Okay, update. I would like to say thank you for those who gave some advice on my sweetener. I ended up going to the store and bought some monk fruit sweetener on the fucking carnivore diet. Oh my god. I thought the carnivore diet wasn't supposed to have plants in it. Last time I checked, monk fruit is a fucking plant. So why the fuck are you taking monk fruit sweetener on the carnivore diet? Busted, Pig's Dream says. No, don't come at me, but I just couldn't give up coffee. But I did have a change it up just a tad. I can't go back to black, no sugar. So they're so like delusional on what they can and cannot live without, right? Quitting sugar is one of the easiest things you can do. Like, I can't live without sugar is a wrong statement. You can. You don't want to, and that's fine, right? It's not necessarily so detrimental to have a bit of sugar in your coffee. But those like grandiose claims, I can't live without sugar. So carnivore provides. That looks disgusting, whatever the fuck that is. So I opted for a little Splenda, heavy cream, and I get a little more fat in there. I didn't want to know. Okay. That had nothing to do with cold. Mark Zuckerberg, he should fix that shit. How to make the carnivore diet? Nothing but a bad meme. We'll have to hear that shit. I can see why Frank Tufano says he do not want to be associated with Sverige and his cult. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Not that Frankie boy is any better. Much better. On the other hand, eating liver was really normal in the past. Veganism is this... and this offended snowflake culture was not. What the fuck do you mean by that? What the fuck do you mean by that? Why does it matter? Again, we go to, we've been doing this for thousands of years. So, That's just the thing people say. So what? We've been, having syphilis for thousands of years. And now we cured it. Isn't it better? Isn't not having syphilis better? So how about we not look at what we've been doing for thousands of years? What does it matter? Oh my God, people all of a sudden consider their actions morally. Holy shit. We haven't been doing that in the past. What's up, Sahil? How you doing? How you doing, my friend? Is Nilf here? I only saw the mention of Nilf. I don't see... Oh, there you go. Hello, Nilf. How you doing? By the way, aliens do exist. I just haven't discovered them yet. Yep. Maybe. I don't know. Okay. Right. So, offended snowflake culture. We haven't been doing that for 1,000 years, so... I'm really split on this. Should we support this kind of behavior or condemn it? Should we support savage marriage or condemn it? No vegan ever said ever. So maybe you're in the wrong group. Maybe you're in a cult. On one side, I'm totally with marriage on this. Jesus. But on the other side, I really think this sort of behavior is unnecessary and does more harm than good. Then again, Sverige is not really in the wrong. These people, Jesus Christ. He got arrested for eating. Well, that's not what he got arrested for. Controversial as he is, and this way of eating might be, he did nothing wrong. Should we care what a few carnivores do in our name? My point is that when I say I'm carnivore or ketovore, that's a new thing, guys, ketovore, I want those words to be associated with health and wellness, so with selfish shit. Not fanatics doing that extra mile to piss off vegans and then get arrested for it. Well, there's a contradiction in the post. You said he was arrested for eating, but now you... maybe correctly, I'm not sure, saying that he was arrested for pissing off vegans. So there's a contradiction there, A. And B, you on the side of Sverige. You said it twice now. People, carnivores are so fucking confused. They're so fucking confused about their own fucking thoughts. People can't reason. Oh shit, not again. Hold on. This is not a regular setting, guys. So it gets lost once in a while. That's okay. Another poor soul. Day 16 on the carnivore diet. Feel good and full of energy. I eat 1 meal a day. It's the cringiest stuff I've ever heard. Intermittent fasting. How do you... I mean, those are basically the same thing. Eat 1 meal a day and intermittent fasting. It's like a 23.5-hour intermittency. It's just stupid shit. 1 day a week so far. Oh, intermittent fasting 1 day a week so far. Don't know what that is. Aiming for 2. Why? Why do you want to starve yourself? Why? When I fast, I have bone broth, so it's not fasting. Or stock in case I get sickly. It helps. I'm losing my fucking mind. Guys, it's so healthy to intermittent fast, to starve yourself. It's so fucking healthy. But in case I get sickly on it, I have a backup. Oh my God. In the morning, I have coffee with butter blended in a mixer. Uplifting and delish. My meat is grass-fed organic head to toe. It's nose to tail, you dumbass. Weight is dropping, skin improving, and clarity of mind. Well, wait a little. In addition, I pray... Seriously, where is Davy? Davy, this was made for you and you escaped. You ran away. You went away. Sorry, didn't mean to say you ran away. In addition, I pray and meditate in the morning and evening and part of my yoga practice. Jesus, some people have all the time in the world. I spent a lot of time in nature too. I feel it's essential to overall well-being for me. All combined together works so far for 16 days. Good luck. Good luck. And yes, clean filtered water, 2 liters per day. Well, you miss out on all the on some of the minerals there then. All combined together works for you, 2 liters per day. Regular exercise to be added to once the body is fully adjusted to a new lifestyle. Well, might be harder than you think to exercise on a carnivore diet. Generally, it's better when you have carbs when you exercise. And I do have days when when it's more challenging. Yeah, no shit. But in the long run, I know it will be worth it. How? How do you know that? We don't have long-term health outcomes or any health outcomes of carnivore dieting through a scientific method. So how the fuck do you know that? I don't know. I'm starting to lose my voice. So one more and then I'll go. Thank you for coming here. Thank you for listening to me scream. I appreciate you all. Bumblebee Tuna, what do we need in the animal product, do you think? Please name specific stuff that you think we need in an animal product. And just to give you an anecdote, I've been vegan for, I think, 10.5 years. So I must be missing something. So please tell me, what the fuck am I missing by not eating animal products? Please educate me. Anyone else in the animal-based group, Saladino? Oh, anyone else in the animal-based group? Saladino was one of the first MDs that made me aware of the carnivore way of eating. His personal experiments may work fine for him, but probably not the best for those of us on a journey for better health. Well, Saladino makes the claim that it's not better health, for your health. But then again, he's a dumbass, so... I'm referring to the fruit and honey he regularly consumes. It's like a vegan cult with all the fanboys in there. What the fuck? What the fuck vegans done to you, dumbass? Edit, I neglected to mention someone posted a video of Professor Bart K. That's a name we haven't heard in a while. Questioning Saladino's reasoning for adding carbs. Well, I don't know how Bart K can question anything. Bart K claims that there is no nutritional science. So, I don't know how Bart K can say fucking anything about nutrition. It's just contradictory. Ever consider that not everyone is like you? Well, tell us what we need. Tell us what you need, I guess, from animal products that you can't get from plants or fucking supplements. Tell us. I demand. Have you been vegan for a quarter of your life? No, not even close. Ah, wait. Ooh. Yes, even close. Yeah, I'm coming closer to it. So I went vegan when I was 35. I've been vegan for 10.5 years. I think when I reach 12 years, I'm going to be vegan for a quarter of my life. So in about a year and a half, I don't know. Need to do that calculation. So yeah, it's interesting. Yes, even close. I've reacted really fastly, but it's very close. Your response to something you don't agree with is calling someone a dumbass. Haha. Well, Bumblebee. Are you listening to me? Can you hear me? Or have you muted me and you're just talking to the vegans in my chat? I want to know, what do you need that is in animal products that you can't find in plant products or supplements? By the way, Dennis is... Wait, why are you fighting, guys? You're on the same side. I'm not following. It's fine. You can. I'm asking you, what do you need, Bumblebee Tuna? I'm asking you, I'm asking about you. I'm not talking about myself. I just gave you an anecdote, right? I said it, I will preface it, that it's an anecdote about me. What the fuck do you need collagen for, Alpha Carus? When you can grow your own endogenous collagen just by consuming vitamin C. There is even no evidence that collagen does anything in your body, exogenous collagen. You can grow your own collagen by eating vitamin C. What the fuck is true protein? That's not a thing. What do you mean by true protein? What do you mean, like all essential amino acids? Plants have that. Then why did you throw it in, Alpha Carus? I should have continued ignoring you. Come on, I'm waiting. What the fuck is true protein? What is that thing? I might be needing it. You might be saving my life. Are you not moved by the profession that you might save my life? Well, we don't know, nerds like us. We don't know what that is yet. Maybe it's a real thing. We should know what the fuck is true protein. First time I ever heard of it. I've been talking about nutrition for a few years now. Right. Well, Bumblebee, when you decide to actually fucking answer after you Google what the fuck is true protein, please let us know. Edit, I neglected to mention, someone posted a video of Professor Bart K questioning Saladin's reasoning about adding carbs. Again, I don't know how Bart K can question anything. According to Bart K, adding more protein would have been the solution. What the fuck is he basing that on? If he says there is no nutritional science. Bart K is excellent at analyzing data. What the fuck does that mean? He says there is no nutrition science. However, the professor can come across a bit rough. Lol. Bumblebee, just answer the question. What the fuck is true protein? What is it? I'm not mocking you. I'm actually asking. I want to know. I might agree with you. I might agree that you need true protein from animals or something like that. You just tell me what it is. And how it differentiates from plant protein. Just let us know. Listen, this is how you have conversations, right? You don't just throw something in and then like say, oh, you're mocking me. No, we're not mocking you. I'm being serious, right? Maybe people in the chat are mocking you, but you made a claim. Now tell us what you meant by it. This is clarification. This is how conversations work. If we were in real life, sitting down, drinking coffee, and you said, I just need true protein in my life, and I'm like, Bumblebee, what do you mean by that? Would you get upset with me? Or would you try to clarify? And please do it quickly. I want it to go. The truest protein is human. Yeah, it's the closest to us. Like, if you want to build the best muscle, you probably should eat human meat. Right? Because human meat would have the same protein profile that humans need, obviously, right? After that, you probably should eat rat. Rat is pretty close to humans. Very similar. But don't actually. Let's have moral consideration for all animals. That's what I'm trying to say. I'm just being sarcastic. I guess we'll never find out what true protein is. This is so sad. This is so upsetting. Right, really, really last one. Any tattooed peeps in here? I've been getting tattooed for ages, and it's always been a struggle healing. I get fairly large areas worked on usually, and it's really a bitch with the soreness and pain afterwards and during, but duh. I've noticed since starting this way of eating that within about 3 days, I have only minimal flaking, 0 ink loss, and a lot less pain during and after. Jesus Christ. Well, maybe you're giving yourself neuropathy. If it's less painful, maybe you're giving yourself neuropathy, mate. Anyone else notice that? I'm working on my full leg piece. Oh, I wish I could have more tattoos. Fuck. I really wanted to be like fully tattooed person. I think it would fit my personality well, generally. I was just, it's just too much money. Nag feels, and also you have to commit to fucking things on your body. I have a hard time with that. Honestly, not a scientist, but it was from my doctor. But again, it's all good. No, it's not all good. I'm asking what true protein is. No doctor would say something like that, because it's not a thing, I think, right? But I could be wrong. And also, no, I don't believe you. I don't believe that doctors, unless they are like some kind of private practice, would say that you need meat. Not in this day and age, not in 2025. You know why? Because whenever there is some kind of a deficiency or something, the best way to cure the deficiency is taking a supplement. That's the best way to get out of deficiency. It's not going back to eating anything or eating anything extra. Food is actually incredibly inefficient with getting yourself to a good vitamin and mineral status if you're deficient. You just take a supplement, because it can be the largest amount possible within borders, of course. There are doses that are like detrimental, but it can be up to that dose, and it gets you to the good mineral or vitamin status like really quickly. The same goes for protein. So protein powder, right? And it can be like a soy protein powder, is the best way to get to a higher protein level. And it doesn't have all the detrimental stuff, right? It doesn't have the sat fat, it doesn't have cholesterol, it doesn't have calories, frankly. Oh, so many calories, right? It has some calories. This has like maybe 2 calories per pill. This, oh, it's green. This multivitamin, right? So getting your vitamin and mineral and protein status higher without consuming calories or without consuming excess of calories or things that are not beneficial or not necessary, right? That's a good thing. So if you would see a doctor for like sarcopenia or something, bumblebee, they would tell you to fucking get protein, like protein powder. They would probably tell you to get whey protein, but you know, soy protein is also very good, because they're not vegan doctors, supposedly. So they will tell you just to get the you know, most accessible stuff, and that's whey protein. But soy protein is very accessible these days. So I just don't know what you're talking about. And I think you're lying when you say my doctor said that you need true protein. I don't think any doctor will say that in this day and age. Thank you, Olive Olive Blue. How are you doing? How are you doing? I haven't seen you in a while. Every carnivore is healthier than every vegan. Interesting claim. Present evidence. You can send it to my email. It's postmortem.vegan@gmail.com. Punchingindeed.com. So the claim is, right? Let's memorize it. The claim is, hold on. Brut, my trusty notepad. Every carnivore is healthier than every vegan. So with such a strong claim, the evidence that you would have to present is the health outcomes of all vegans and the health outcomes of all carnivores with some kind of time restraint, right? Vegans are generally spend longer on plant-based diets than carnivores. So it's going to be some kind of a time frame, right? I'm being incredibly generous to your claim. When you say something as cringe as this, every carnivore is healthier than every vegan. So it should be like all vegans in the world and their health outcomes, and then all carnivores in the world and their health outcomes, and then we compare, right? So please present evidence for your claim. I accept your challenge. I accept Tony Myth. I accept your challenge. Please present evidence for your claim. No, don't check out Milton Mills. We just talked about Seventh-day Adventism. Probably not a good idea. I don't know, maybe is, but I don't know. I wouldn't recommend checking out any doctors. It's not necessary. I don't know. I mean, you do what you want, utops, I guess. I wouldn't recommend it. Right. So, anyone else notice that I'm working on my full leg piece and just got my neck done? Neck feels totally fine the day after. Legs is healing in record time. I just can't believe how many things this way of eating addresses. So it's like, I don't know. I don't know what this is. So, first of all, you can't make that claim, right? Because you have confounders in your life. It could be that she wants to a different tattooist. It could be that she's applying a different cream. It could be like 10,000 other things, right? It could be the carnivore diet. It could be that she's just healing faster on the carnivore diet. Maybe. It could be that your body just, with that many tattoos, just became better at healing itself, all right, with dealing with all that inflammation. It could be that you're giving yourself neuropathy and you don't feel as much pain anymore. Because, I don't know. Body needs time to adjust to a new structure for enzymes to break down. What the fuck does that mean? Do you mean like when people go on the carnivore diet and start shitting themselves, so they're just adjusting themselves, their body adjusts itself? It could be the collagen. We don't have any evidence that the collagen does anything in the body. If you have evidence, scroll up and find my email and send it to me. That collagen does anything in the human body. That you can't get... well, no, at all. But also, we grow our own endogenous collagen with vitamin C. So I don't know based on what you make that claim, but I would love to see evidence in my email, Alpha Caros. Let's add that to a list of evidence. To a list of claims, I mean. Let's see. So another claim is, it could be that collagen causes, tell me if I'm doing it wrong, Alpha Cars, causes faster healing, I guess. Healing and lower pain while tattooing, I guess. I don't know. The English is not best, but now we have two claims. Oh my God. I bet my email is gonna be like, oh, with so much evidence for so many claims. Guys, I really can't wait. So Alpha Caros and what's their name? Tony something? Yeah, Tony Myth. I can't wait to receive your emails. Maybe we'll do a live stream on that. Maybe if it's really, really good evidence, maybe we'll do a live stream where I come out that I'm putting my ethics aside for health claims that were made. And then the evidence was so compelling that I'm going to be just so much healthier on a carnivore diet and fuck the animals. And I'm going carnivore. Maybe that's what's going to happen next week. So I really can't wait for that evidence. Absolutely perfect. Guys, thank you very much for coming. I appreciate you suffering through this live stream. And I'll see you next time.